Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. We're gonna make some predictions. How you like that intro? We are gonna make some predictions for the EU Open 2 for the Birmingham Major. Over here on the left side of my screen, as it is labeled, we've got Staviroo's predictions. Over here on the right, we got my predictions. We'll see where we end up differing, but we can just walk through these groups together. So we can just start with Group A and just work our way through the whole group and then focus on Group B. Thoughts?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or you want to start with Group B? Little curveball?
No, I want to do A because I think let's do B because I think B looks easier. B looks easier.
All right. We go to B. Okay. So Dignitas versus Nomster. Dignitas is our roster. Abjack, Jorias, Stizzy. And then we got Nomster, who is Shark, Reb Mob, and Jelly. They are a new team into the top 16. I know close. Is Shark
Reb Mob.
Is Shark ZPS? Is that Zombie Poop Shark?
I think so.
Okay. What a name. It makes me so sad
Reb Mob.
It makes me so sad they won't let him use that name.
Wait, no, ZPS I think plays in APAC, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? Oh, please.
I don't actually know.
GPS? Oh, that's unit. That is the case.
Yeah, I think so. I think Shark is different.
Oh, so sad. ZPS is NA.
Weird.
But he also is not active currently, so definitely not
Red
him.
Mob played in the EU twos tournament today that went on.
Mm-hmm.
2 for the show. And I think they lost first round.
Okay.
They lost.
Well, he's good enough to make top 16.
Jorias lost to him and Wozian on Ascend, who I think made Open 1 and not Open 2. Nope, they're in Open 2.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Ascend?
No, Ascend is Nico, Matt, and Yuk.
He's on a different team. He's on Adam Unity. That's weird. Mike Boy and Jorias, they lost. Red Mob lost to Jorias and Mike Boy. 4-1.
Okay, so
not a big Red Mob believer.
You said you got your Open 2 one up?
Yes.
So, I mean, all these are best of 5s. We get into the best of 7s later, but this starts tomorrow. So, obviously, I mean, Dignitas finished top 8 last regional. Jorias cannot make it past the quarterfinal to save his life. But this isn't a quarterfinal, so I got Dignitas. I probably got them sweeping this one, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was thinking of 3-0 as well. Maybe 1, but probably not. I also think I'm fumbling.
I also think you are. Do you have yours open?
Why am I open to... Oh, I am stupid.
Do you have the actual? Were you changing the actual?
I don't... It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll take it as a yes.
Yes.
All right, so... You got yours open now?
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you type in your... There you are.
That's great.
I'll let you type in your little predictions.
Yep. Appreciate that.
Yeah, baby. What you gonna... All right, 3-0. I mean, I don't really feel like there's much to talk about there. Dignitas is obviously... The fact that they went out top 8 is heartbreaking. Especially given the fashion that they went out in top 8. No, top 6. They were top 6.
Yep.
But the
Can't
way that
fault
they
them.
went out top 6 was horrible because they took it all the way to 7 and just could not get the job
Lost
done.
a absolute heartbreaker to 100%. That's crazy.
But they still, I mean, top 6 is not bad, but I figured this team, their floor was like top 4. But also I had wrote 100% off from the very
No,
beginning.
I'd say they have a top 6 floor. I mean, they've got the Joria's curse of losing in quarterfinals for the last 2 years.
Yeah. I think it's
But
last like I want to say the stat was his last like 13 events.
yeah, I think some. Yeah, I think
He
13
hasn't
was.
he hasn't gotten out of the quarterfinal. So that's not ideal. Kind of hard to win a game that or win events and place well if
Yeah,
that's your curse. So
yeah, it's tough.
but again, this isn't a quarterfinal, so I got dig 3-0. Then we got Ascend versus Save the Game. Ascend, like we said a little earlier, Nico, Matt, and Gyuk versus Save the Game, which is Extra, Astral, and Mitzer. And I'll let you go first on this one. What do you got?
I think Save the Game are probably gonna win a close one. Ascend could win this. Nico and Matt. Nico played with Appjack in the twos tournament, and they lost 4-1 to Toxic and Smokes. And Matt played maybe with Extra. I don't actually remember, but
Ascend also swept Redemption last event in
did
the
they?
lower bracket quarters.
Oh yeah, they swept Wild too.
So, like, I think also in Ascend's qualification for this one, their only loss was to Vitality. They swept Start Point, who is another good team. Holy crap, the strength of schedule that Start Point went through to qualify. It's
Yeah, it was
probably
crazy.
the highest Buchel score I've seen at a 6, which is just disgusting, but they qualified. So, I don't know. I think I might have Ascend in this one, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I could see it going 5, but
They lost to RRG. Where did we have?
who did?
Ascend last.
Oh, last, yeah.
They got swept by Nip, and then they beat Redemption. They swept Redemption and lost 3-1 to RRG. Where did
Save the Game went out. They got swept by 100%.
100%?
They 3-2'd Start Point, and then
Yeah, I was very surprised they beat Start Point, to be honest.
which they did. They took a game off GK last event.
Yeah, but GK and Dignitas are both very I think it's easy to take games off them in the scheme of a series. They like let that happen a little more often than they probably
Probably should.
should.
I think I'm gonna take Ascend, and I'm gonna give Save the Game. I think I'll give them 1.
Give them 1.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't. I mean, it could very well go 5, but I think I'm gonna put a little faith in Ascend. I think last event and for the event for NA, I was a little too cynical. I was a little too cut and dry. I
Yeah,
think
I think
I'm gonna give
nope.
Ascend some flowers.
Good luck.
Okay.
Go and save the game in 5.
All right. Do we need to talk about this one?
Yeah, I think so. Cause Fast Forward low key could win this. Fast Forward beat Vitality in the Open one before even top 16, and then they didn't even make top 16. They threw the whole thing. Mike Boy was on the team last year that beat Carmen Corp a few times also. Like, this team does really well against high level play, and for whatever reason they just troll the lower level teams, and it's interesting. But
So
yeah,
they
I think Fast Forward could win this. I think they could steal it. I don't think they will. I think Drawley is the best player in the world right now, and I think KC will win, but I think Fast Forward could take a sneaky win right here.
okay. Because yes, they did beat Vitality, but they also got swept by Dignitas immediately after
Exactly.
last event. So like, and then they also lost to Redemption. So it's like I don't know what to do with them. And I just said that 6 was probably the highest Buchel score I've ever seen. Last event, Fast Forward had 7. So, and then the big boys had 8. So, actually, there have been some insane runs. Also, Celisao from last event. The 3 Frenchmen that just kind of came out of nowhere. Did you see that Rust Easy 95 just retired?
What the heck?
He didn't make this event and he retired.
What the heck?
Yeah, his Twitter kind of like went dark where he
interesting.
I think they were like, no, I could be thinking of somebody different. But I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure Rust retired.
I mean, they went 0-2 last event. They lost to Carmen Corp 3-1, and then they lost to Synergy 3-1.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you make top.
They beat Fast Forward, though, in the 5th round to make top 16.
And you make top 16, and you get, what would that be, like you make like $400 for that weekend.
Yep.
Just under. Well, I guess you got to coach gets a split. So I mean, you make like $300 for a weekend.
I'm gonna do my classic not believe in Gentlemates move. You haven't even said how many games you think.
Wow, you think it's gonna go 5?
Here? I'm just on it. I don't know, man. We just throw them around. I'm gonna give 100%. I'm gonna give 100% the win here. We're gonna do another game 5. It's a crazy Group B.
Wow.
Somebody's gonna go to game 5. That's all I know. I'm getting at least one of them right. I'm playing my odds here.
Okay.
First is a sweep, and I get at least one game 5.
I'm gonna give it the game 5 to Gentlemates for that.
I have to pee. I'll be right back while you talk about this.
Well, okay. I don't know. I just think Gentlemates is one of those rosters that they're just a roster that I kind of refuse to count out, and I counted out 100% a little too much last event, and they completely proved me wrong. But I just think looking at now my top 4 up here, my upper semis, I do not have those 4 qualifying out of this group. I do think, actually, yeah, exactly what I think is going to happen is possible. And so my top 4 up here, making it to the upper semis, those 4 teams are not going to qualify out of this group. And just a quick recap while I have time.
Your top 4 are not going to qualify?
I mean, like, my upper semis matchups, the 4 right here, Dignitas, Ascend, KC, and Gentlemates, I don't have all 4 of those qualifying out of this group. If I'm being 100%.
Ascend probably will lose to Dig and then lose again, and then Gentlemates might not qual.
So, but yeah, I mean, Gentlemates is just one of those rosters that I refuse to count out. For whatever reason, I just cannot root.
No, they're gonna have a bad season. I'm calling a bad split for Gentlemates. I could eat my words here for sure. But
we'll see if you know ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got to go with bold takes every now and then, you know? And
Yep.
this is mine.
Well,
I
I
think
tried that for NA,
100%.
and that.
Yeah, you had goofy bold takes,
Okay.
though.
Okay.
Come on, Gen G winning it all.
Bro,
Come
they
on.
blew a
Come on.
3-1 lead. The thing is, I feel like they could have
To
made a run.
9-9.
I feel like they could have made a
Maybe.
run had they
Not
gotten out of
that
that
way, though.
round. But I'm just going to continue to doubt 100%, even though they placed incredibly well last event. I'm just going to continue to not believe in them. They got top 4, and I'm going to have them lose to Gentlemates, who did not. No, they top 6'd. So I don't know. I think it's a matchup thing. Now, 100% again when they played looked incredible last split or last event. But yeah, I'm gonna rock with Gentlemates, and I think we can move to the lower quarters. I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say on Save the Game and Nomster, other than Save the Game is gonna win that series.
Yeah, see, I'm Ascend and Nomster, but I think Ascend will win.
Nomster
Might take a game.
Yeah, they'll get a game.
This
then,
is where.
Oh God! Oh my God!
100%.
Looking at yours.
Yeah.
I'll let you have fun with that one. In the meantime, 100%, 3-1.
Interesting. All right. I kind of want to call Gentlemates out 0-2. I'm not gonna
Wow,
lie.
double round? That's crazy.
It might ruin me. It might ruin me.
A double round for Gentlemates would go insane. I'll change it. Game 5. Let's have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it just for fun.
Oh gosh. Ugh.
That's a potential lot of points to give up, you know? But
yeah.
like, it's okay.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see if it pays off.
All right. I also feel like I don't really need to explain my Dignitas outcome. I think Ascend only made it here because they played Save the Game. I think if Ascend plays almost anybody else in this group, they don't make it to upper semis.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Dignitas.
Be the sweep.
Ooh.
2 sweeps.
The double sweep.
The double sweeper.
Dig is given a double sweep.
A double sweepy. And then we get KC versus Gentlemates. That's going to be a banger series. But I am going to have KC in 5. I think KC as the reigning champions of Open 1, I think that they'll walk back into top 8 with relative ease. I mean, obviously Game 5 is not the easiest route you can have, but they're guaranteed to qualify. So now, walk me through your lower semis. Give me both of them, just rapid fire. Oh, we both have Ascend at 100%, just different paths.
Flipped.
That's we could have had the same lower semis if you just believed in Gentlemates. That's crazy.
Honestly, I am rethinking it, to be honest.
That's crazy.
I'll do it.
You're gonna flip?
Yeah.
You coward.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know if I can trust Mike Boy like that, bro. I don't know.
I respect it. But all right, so we'll
unfortunate for Fast Forward though. I hate to see them play Casey and either Gentlemates or 100%. Like that's tough.
Yeah. So I mean, we can both walk through since we have the same matchups, just flipped.
Yeah.
We both have Dig and Carmine qualifying out of the upper. So
yeah,
W there. Now the lower semis. I said that my top 4 up here, my upper semis, would not qualify, and I'm going to stand by that. So that means it's at least got to be that.
Yeah, 100% over Ascend. I think for sure. I think 100%. win that. They might get close to choking. I don't know.
You think? You think they get close to choking after a top
know.
4?
I don't know. I just
Final
I
answer.
feel like yeah, I'm doing 3-1. I'm doing 3-1.
All right, you came down from game 5. I'll call a sweep. I don't care.
Yeah.
100% sweeps. Now, Gentlemates versus Save the Game.
Now I've got a sweep for Gentlemates.
Yeah.
If they beat, here's my logic.
Okay.
Fast Forward is a team that can beat Gentlemates. Save the Game are frauds and aren't like semifinals worthy right here.
I agree.
Comparatively.
I'd
Save the Game would lose to Fast Forward for me, for sure. I think Gentlemates takes care of Save the Game. I think Seiko carries hard enough for that. I think my thing is just Radosin and Juicy are both inconsistent, and they're both prone to making like just absolute troll plays for their own team. And so they could have a day where they sweep everybody, or they could have a day where they lose out, and we're shocked to see it. I mean, especially after the Chiefs beating Gentlemates last year, I don't have as much
anything is possible. All right, so
especially with Radosin, like he was the lowest person on former Vitality for me. So like,
I was gonna say we can put our numbers in at the same time, but
nope, sorry,
we both had it.
Beat you to it.
Yep, we both had it. All right, who's going through our lowers? Or who do we have as a 3 seed? Who do we have as the 4 seed? For me,
I'm going 100% here.
Oh man, I don't want to pick the same as you, but I'm going to. But to be different, I'll say in 4.
Nice.
Now, our 1 and our 2 seeds out of this group, as much as I love Dignitas, I do not have them pulling that out.
No, you have them double sweeping into a loss against KC?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which would be criminal. It'd be vile. You're close. You almost have them double sweeping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't see them taking 2 games, but I don't see them getting. Man, a sweep is very possible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And that's the thing.
It is, though.
That's the thing for me. I don't see it like in my brain. The chances of it going 5 is close to 0, but the chances of it being a sweep are also not as close to 0, but still pretty low.
Yeah.
So 3-1. So that's got Carmine KC as our 1 seed out of the B group. Dig is the 2. 100% is the 3. Gentlemates is the 4. We have very different routes for these teams to get to where they go, but we have them ending up at the same place. So there's a story somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Some little anecdote or a reference I could make, but
math.
We move on. We roll. Group A. Now this group,
actually let's start. We're lagging.
What?
We were talking over each other and didn't know it. Let's start from the bottom here. Let's start point redemption. I think that's the most interesting series in this.
Okay, yeah. I see this group as extremely cut and dry for the most part.
Yeah.
So, start point versus redemption. Now, redemption had an extremely easy. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Redemption had a somewhat difficult run through the Swiss stage, this event. They had their B score was a 4. They finished 3-1 on the day. Their only loss was to Dignitas. And then start point.
Caliente, Fast Forward, and TSK.
Yes. And then which Caliente and Fast Forward and Dignitas, so 3 of their 4 opponents qualified for top 16. And then if you go look at start point, they went through the ringer to get here. They needed all 5 rounds. They had a B score of 6. They played NIP, Nomster, so 2 teams who qualified. JJ Rocks also qualified. Ascend also qualified. And then Sick, who was, I mean,
qualified last time.
They were close.
Yeah, they qualified last time.
Under what name?
Sick.
Am I tweaking?
Did they not?
No.
No, they didn't. They were 9th. They lost to Novo. They
Okay.
lost to Novo round 5 last time.
I thought I was going insane.
My fault. No, my fault.
All right, we're good. We're back. So, but
yeah,
all that to say is,
had a hard run.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, Starpoint had a really tough run. I liked Starpoint a lot last time. I told you I thought they were gonna make a lower bracket run to qualing. I don't remember who I didn't believe in instead of them, but yeah, I think Starpoint is gonna beat Redemption.
I can see it. And just a reminder, Redemption is Cash, Toxic, and Smokes, and Starpoint is Eugen, Methane, and Achronic. And I also have Starpoint winning, but I don't see it going 5.
I think Redemption could win this for sure. I think Toxic and Smokes are great. Like, and Cash is not a bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Redemption by no means are they like slouches.
There's a very like equal team to me. I think Starpoint, I just believe in their consistency a little bit more.
Okay. So we both have Starpoint moving on, different score lines, but we still believe in them. I think
Redemption almost beat Dig. They lost 3-2 to Dig.
Yeah. I think I think I'm gonna stick with a 3-2 though. And then we got Vitality, who Monkey Moon. What up, Zach? Monkey Moon, Zen, and Exotic versus JJ Rocks, who is an all Spanish team. Steak, Mark by 8, and is that Roxy? Is that what I'm gonna call him? RXII? I don't.
Rye.
I'm tweaking. Yeah. I'm tweaking. Yeah, I see what you've got going on. Nope, not 32. 3. And I'm just so it's a French squad, all French squad versus an all Spanish squad, even down to the coaches. And yeah, I'm right there with you. 3-0. What's happening? We're predicting, Zach. We are predicting Open 2, which starts tomorrow.
For Europe.
For EU.
I think, even going back to Starpoint and Redemption, I mean, it's in the name. Starpoint, we're starting off hot. Redemption, you're making a lower bracket run all the way.
Maybe you should just...
maybe not, actually.
Maybe you should just name yourself probably top seed. Number 1 seed. We'll start believing. GK versus RRG. GK, did you see... I could be blasted.
Interesting.
Joyo tweeted out and then deleted a tweet saying that Oli wasn't playing this weekend.
Oh, yeah. He tweeted a picture with Archie.
Yes, and they were holding up Oli's jersey and said that they were playing this weekend with somebody else.
Yeah.
So
I did see that.
I could be blasted. I don't know if that's real.
I don't know either. Yeah, I have no clue. I also, low key, whether it's Oli or somebody else, it doesn't really change how I feel about GK, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
I'd still have them.
Don't really believe in him.
I'd still have them beating RRG, but I think it would change my game count. Like, I think the series gets closer.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 3-1 right here for me.
Really? I think I'm looking at a game 5.
I think game 5 is valid. I'm giving all the hopium I can.
Yeah. He took it back. It doesn't count. Well, Zach, I saw it, so that'd be a weird thing to just tweet for no reason. Especially while
No
holding up his jersey.
takebacks.
It
No
did make it sound
takebacks.
like Oli just died, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. I
So-
got Nip sweeping
Yeah,
Caliente.
I'm right there with you. Caliente, we got K-Dop in another event. K-Dop, Sizen, and Growly versus the boys. We got Big Oscar, Nas, and Itachi. Nas. But yeah, I think it's easy walks for them. In our lowers, man, I don't know what I have against RRG just mentally, but I just look at their banner and I'm like, I want them to lose.
That's interesting.
I don't.
Golf, Trizix, and Rice Fox.
I have nothing against any of those players. I just, for some reason, I just
they-
look at their banner and I'm just like, yeah, they could lose.
They made top 8 last time. They beat Ascend. They beat Caliente. Lost to Dig 3-2. Got swept by Nip. Oh, they got swept by Nip last time.
In Swiss?
They beat Caliente, no, in playoffs. Or in
Oh, I thought we were talking
Group
about
B in group
Caliente.
stage. RRG, they played in Group B upper bracket quarters last time,
Mhm.
and they lost.
It was
They
game-
beat them 3-2.
It was
They
game
won
5.
Game 5. Yeah.
Now, game 5, they smoked them.
K-Dop, Sizen, and Growly. Yeah, I mean,
RRG 3-0'd them in game 5.
could go either way. That could end up being a bit of a rivalry that we see.
Oh, there's my pick.
Get a bit of a comeback going from Caliente.
I've made my pick.
I'm
Give me
honestly,
the game 5 again.
I know that I'm the one that off the bat said I've got start point over redemption, but I'm like heavy reconsidering that in my brain
Actually.
right now. Yeah, which is so like silly, but we're just gonna stick. I think I'm gonna have RRG winning 3-1 here, even though I said we could get a little bit of a rivalry going. I think RRG is just gonna beat him again.
And I think I don't care who drops
JJ
down.
Rocks is getting.
Yeah, I don't care who drops down and plays against JJ Rocks. I have JJ Rocks getting double rounded.
Yeah.
And-
JJ Rocks is stake marked by and Rye. Oh, I guess they could get a 3-1 here. I'll call.
Yeah,
That could be.
I
a
was
1.
bouncing between a 3-1 or a sweep.
Yeah.
Now, if they got double swept out of the event, that would be criminal,
It would be
which
criminal.
makes me kind of want to predict it.
I really. We've seen GK lose to Nip twice now, right?
Yeah. Oh, I have no faith that GK will beat Nip. I have 0.
I'm a little.
I might give GK. I'm bouncing between a sweep and 3-1.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you.
I think I
It's
picked. I think I said 3-1 just because the 1 is closer to me right now than the 0 is, which
It's
just goes into my how much effort I'm putting in.
I think
but-
Vitality definitely take care of start point.
Yep, 100%.
Might even be a sweep. I'm more,
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning.
but
Wow, what an upper bracket final that is.
Vitality just does so well against most lower teams. Like they have slip ups every now and then, but even then, it's usually like the whole series.
Mhm.
Like it'll be a game 5 or they lose.
Now, I kind of want to get the easier one out of the way. I'll let you decide which one I think is the easier one.
You think GK Redemption is the easier one?
You are correct. Now,
Yeah.
do I think GK will sweep? No. I think it could be a barn burner. I'll give it game 5.
Yeah. Giving it
Now-
game 5.
Start point. I've got start point Caliente. You've got start point RRG. Part
I
of
think
me,
start point wins either way. I think they qual this time around.
I just want to pick Caliente because of how long KDOP has grinded this game. But at the same time, KDOP's not on a top team anymore for a reason.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, if I'm going to compare rosters, Sizen was disgusting last event. Like, that is undeniable. Sizen was gross.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to side with you. I think it's going to be start point.
Yeah, I just think they're a pretty good team. I think they need a top 8.
Yeah.
I think they're good enough for it.
Now,
Achronic's a good player. Eugen is good, up and comer. Metane's good, up and comer. It's a good team.
Yeah. So
them and Redemption, I think, are both very like top 8, on the edge of top 8 for me.
Yeah.
Like
you can just sub them in and out.
Yeah.
So for my lower, both, I mean, at this point, Start Point and GK have qualified. But who do I have as the 3 seed and the 4 seed for Group A? I think the boys on GK, I think Joyo and Archie are going to be too much. But do I think but how much more do I believe in them than I do in Start Point? I'm going
to give Start Point a whole run. I think I'm going to give Start Point the win here. I want to pick GK.
I'm right there with you. I see a game 5. I just think GK will ice up, and
I think you're probably right, but I don't know. I love my upsets.
Yeah.
But also, low key, I would rather GK drop and play 100% than Gentlemates.
Mm-hmm. Zach thinks Joyo's going to pop off that series.
Which
that's if that's if my bracket is right up to this point. So
I hope Joyo pops off. I mean, they're going to qualify either way. To be honest, I would rather my bracket work out this way because 100% plays GK lower round 1, and I think that's a better matchup for them than Gentlemates.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, he's going to pop off for this whole event. He didn't do anything for real last one? I don't know if I'd go that far. But NIP Vitality.
Got Vitality.
Yeah. I think NIP will take a game, but there's just no part of me that sees them actually winning it.
So, are we pretty much just flipped? What's your B? Because our Vitality
our B was the
same.
Our B was the exact same, I thought.
Our start point GKs or GKs flipped. Wait,
yeah.
Go to B.
Clear B. We are exactly the same on B.
JC Dig, yeah.
So
nice, yeah.
The one matchup we have flipped is our 3-4 seed for Group A.
GK, yeah.
So there is.
Yeah, scroll down to playoffs. Yeah, a lot of it'll be down to like who gets game count right, which is, I mean, it's a lot of just like guesswork.
But I mean, our uppers exactly the same.
Yeah.
We're not gonna waste time predicting that, because if we get even one team wrong, it's over. Yeah. The brackets don't matter if we get one matchup wrong. So
later I'll predict it at like 5 a.m. after a shift one of these nights.
But here's our bracket stage, our playoff stage pictures. Steve and I both got Vitality versus Dig, KC versus Nip, and then our matchups in the lowers flip. He's got Start Point versus Gentlemates, and then 100% GK. I've got GK Gentlemates, which is a horrible matchup round 1 for GK if I want them to do well.
Yeah.
I would much rather them have either team in the other matchup.
I hope they beat Nip and make an upper run. That would be sick, but I just don't really think they will.
Yeah, I there's no Gentlemates was the worst pull for them for GK.
That's low key why. That's kind of why I have them. I'm hoping for this.
I wouldn't be upset if you were right if Start Point beat them, but man, that would suck. But
no,
there's our.
Then they go on. The boys go on and beat 100% regain. It's all right.
That's faith right there. But here's our pictures. Here's our group stage pictures. Well, our predictions. Almost the exact same in terms of qualification. In both groups, we were one matchup off of one another. But that's what Steve and I got.
Group B, we only really flipped save a game, ascend, 100% Gentlemates. That's so funny.
So, I mean, almost. Now, we differ on game count a lot, so game count will matter.
Yeah.
But this is where we're at.
We tried to differ on that a lot, too.
Yeah.
Like, makes it more fun.
Yeah. So, here's our picks. Thanks for looking at these. Now, depending on our schedules, I don't know if Stavi and I's schedules will match up after tomorrow to predict. Nope, after Saturday to predict playoffs. Am I tweaking? I might be tweaking.
After Saturday?
Group stage. No, playoffs after Friday. Yeah, after tomorrow. Groups are done, and we start the playoffs on Saturday.
I work tomorrow night from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, then we will not be making predictions together.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But here's our groups, and here's our playoff pictures. Hopefully, one of us is right. We'll see. It's kind of hard.
Hopefully.
One matchup could ruin both of us, but that's kind of the point of this. There's our predictions. Thanks for being a part of this. We'll see who's right later. Yeah,
it's
baby.
a long shot, but I'm here for it. Cost time, but I'm good for it. No rewinds, no backstories. I paid blood for this territory. Cut ties and I made dues of a weak man who fled rooms, who placed borders. I banned rules. That's big talk with a small move. No, everything's got green hues. Everything's got green hues. Yeah.